I'm going to start this video with an apology. I really apologize. Unfortunately, our last video went down in the middle of reading. I am sorry about that. I'm going to continue on from where I left off. Museum's far-fetched toys, gleam of sunshine on the wall, poured a deeper cheer than all. The revels of the carnival we a pine grove did prefer to a marble theatre. Could with gods on mallows dine, no cared for spices or for wine. I'm gonna try to adjust that, make sure it's nicer for you to see. Wreaths of mist and rainbows spanned arch on arch the grimmest land, whilst for a woodland bird made the pulses dance. Note of horn and valleys heard filled the region with romance. None can tell how sweet, how virtuous the morning ear. Every accent vibrates well, not alone the wood birds call. Shouting boys that chase their ball, past the height of minstrel skill, but the ploughman's thoughtless cry, lowing ox and sheep that bleat, and the joiner's hammer beat, soft nor above their will, take tongue from groves they wandered through, or flute with passing angels blue. All granting discords melt, no dissonant note is dealt, and though thy voice be shrill, like rasping fill on steel, such is the temper of the ear, echo waits with art and care, and with the folds of song repair. So by remote superior lake and by resounding Mackinac, when northern storms the forest shake and billows on this long beach break, the awful eagle's breath will separate, note by note all sounds, that great smothering in her ample breast, all but godlike words, report to the happy ear, only purified accords, strangely wrought from barking waves, soft music dawns the Indian braves, convent, convent chanting with the child, hears pealing from the panther's cave, and impenetrable wild, soft on the south wind, sleeps the haze. So on thy broad mystic van lie the opal-coloured days, and waft a miracle to man, soothsayer of the eldest gods, repairer of what harms betide, revealer of the inmost powers. Prometheus proffered, Jove denied, disclosing treasures more than true, or in what far tomorrow do, speaking by the tongues of flowers, by the 10-tongued laurel speaking, singing by the oriole songs, heart of bird the man's heart seeking, whispering hints of treasure hid under morn's up unlifted lid. Islands looming joy beyond dim horizons utmost bound, who can like thee our rags upbraid, or taunt us with our hope decayed, or who like thee persuade, making the splendor of the air, the morning's barking dew a snare, or who resent the genius wiles and blandishment. There is no orator prevails to beckon or persuade, like thee the youth are made, thy birds, thy songs, thy brooks, thy gales, thy blooms, thy kinds, thy echoes in the wilderness, soothe pain and age and love distress, fire fainting will and build heroic minds. For thou, O spring, canst renovate all that high God did first create. Be still his arm and architect, rebuild the ruin men defect, chemist to vamp old worlds with new, coat sea and sky with heavenly blue. New tint the plumage of the birds, and slough decay from grazing herds. Sweep ruins from the scarped mountain, cleanse the torrent at the fountain. Purge alpine air by towns defiled, bring to fear mother fear a child, not less renew the heart and brain, scatter the sloth, wash out the stain, make the aged eye sun clear, to parting soul bring grandeur near. Under gentle types my spring masks the might of nature's king, an energy that searches through from chaos to the dawning morrow, into all our humans' plight, the soul's pilgrimage and flight, In city or in solitude, step by step lifts bad to good, without halting, without rest, lifting better up to best, planting seeds of knowledge pure through earth to ripen, through heaven endure. The Adirondack's a journal dedicated by dedicated to my fellow travelers in August 1858. Wise and polite, and if I drew their several portraits, you would own Chaucer had no such worthy crew, nor Bocchus in Decameron. We crossed Champlain to we crossed Champlain to Keysville with our friends, thence in strong country carts rode up the forks of the Osable stream, intent to reach the Adirondack lakes at Martin's Beach. Chose our boats, each man a boat and guide. 10 men, 10 guides, our company all told. Next morn we swept with oars the Sarnac, with skies of benediction, to Round Lake, where all the sacred mountains drew around us. Fair was Seawood, McIntyre, Boldhead, and other Titans without muse or name. Pleased with these grand companions we glide on. Instead of flowers crowned with a wreath of hills, we made our distance wider boat from boat, as each would hear the oracle alone by the bright morn and gay flotilla slid through files of flags that gleam like bayonets, through gold moth haunted beds of pickerel flower, through scented banks of lilies white and gold, with their feeds at night the teal by day, on through the upper Sarnac and up Perry Raquet stream to a small tortuous pass, winding through the grassy shallow in and out, to creeping miles of rushes, pads, and sponge to Follinsby water and the Lake of Loons. Northward the length of Follinsby we rode, under low mountains whose unbroken ridge, ponderous with beech and forest, sloped the shore a pause and council. Then we are near the head, due east, a bay makes inward to the land. Between two rocky arms we climb the bank, and in the twilight of the forest new, wield the first axe these echoes ever heard. We cut young trees to make our poles and thwarts, mocked the white spruce to weather fend the roof, then struck a light and kindled a campfire. The wood was sovereign with continual trees, oak, cedar, maple, poplar, beech, and fir, linden and spruce in strict society. 3 campfires, white pitch, and Norway pine. 5 leaved, 3 leaved, and 2 leaves grew thereby. Our patron pine was 15 feet in girth, the maple 8 beneath its sharpy tower. Welcome, the wood god murmured through the leaves. Welcome, though late, unknowing yet known to me. Evening drew on, stars peeped through maple boughs, which overhung like a cloud our camping fire. Decade and millennial trunks, like moonlight flecks, lit with phosphoric crumbs the forest floor. Tense colors wonted to lie warm and soft, and well-hung chambers daintily bestowed. Lie here on the hemlock boughs, like Saxon Seox, and greet unanimous the joyful change. So fast will nature acclimate her sons, though late returning to her pressing ways. Off-sounding seamen do not suffer cold, and in the forest delicate clerks, unbrowned, sleep on the fragrant brush, as on down beds. Up with it only fancied light air that circled freshly in the forest dress, made them to boys again happier that they slipped off the pack of duties leagues behind at the first mounting of the giant stairs. No placard on these rocks worn to the poles, no doorbell heralded a visitor, no courier waits, no letter came or went, nothing was ploughed or reaped or bought or sold. The frost might glitter, it would blight no crop. The falling rain will spoil no holiday. We were made freemen to the forest of the forest laws, all dressed like nature, fit for her own ends, as say nothing she cannot perform in Adirondack lakes. At morn or noon the god rose, bareheaded, shoes, flannel shirt, and kersey trousers make his brief toilet at night or in the rain. He dons a surcoat, which he doth set in morn, a paddle in the right hand, or an oar, and in the left a gun, his needful arms. By turns we praise the stature of our gods, their rival strength and suppleness, their skill to row, to swim, to shoot, to build a camp, to climb a lofty stump clean without boughs, full 50 feet, and bring the eaglet down, temper to face wolf, bear, or catamount, and wit to trap or take him in his lair. Sound ruddy men frolic with an innocent, in winter lumbers, in summer guides, the sinewy arms pull at the oar untired. 3 times 10,000 strokes from morn to eve. Look to yourselves, ye polished gentlemen. No city ears or arts past current here. Your rank is all reserved. Your rank is all reversed. Let men of cloth bow to stalwart churls and overalls. They are the doctors of the wilderness, and we the low-priced laymen. In South, red flannel is a saucy test, which few can put on with impunity. What makes you master fumbling at the oar? Will you catch crabs? Truth tries pretension here. The sallow knows the basket maker's thump, the oar the guides. Dare you accept the tasks he shall impose, to find a spring, trap foxes, tell the sun's time, determine the truth north, or stumbling on through vast similar woods, to thread by night the nearest way to camp? Ask you how went the hours? All day we swept the lake, searched every cove, north from Camp Maple, south Osprey Bay, watching when the loud dogs should drive in deer, or whipping its rough surface for a trout, or bathers diving from the rock at noon, challenging echo by our guns and cries, or listening to the laughter of the loon, or in the evening twilight's latest red, beholding the procession of the pines, or later yet, beneath a slighted jack, in the boat's bows, a silent night hunter, stealing with paddle the feeding grounds of the red deer to aim at a scream mist. Hark to that muffled roar! A tree in the woods is fallen, but hush! It has not scared the buck, who stands astonished at the meteor light, then turns to bound away. Is it too late? Our heroes try their rifles at a mark, 6 rods, 16s, 20 or 45, sometimes their wits at sally and retort. With laughter sudden at the creak of rifle, our party scaled the near acclivities, competing seekers of a rumored lake whose unauthenticated waves we named Lake Probability. Our carbuncle, long sought, not found. 2 doctors in the camp, dissected with slain deer, weighted the trout's brain, captured the lizard, salamander shrew, crab, mice, snail, dragon, fly, minnow, and moth. Insatiate skill in water or in air, wave the scoop net, and nothing came amiss. The while one laden pot of alcohol gave an impartial tune to all the kinds. Not less the ambitious botanist saw plants, orchards, and gentian, fern, and long whip scorpius, rosy polygonum, lake margin, merchant's pride, hyponium, and hydnium, mushroom, sponge, and moss, or harebell nodding in the gorge of falls. Above the eagle flew, the osprey screamed, the raven croaked, owls hooted, the woodpecker loud hammered, and the heron rose in the swamp as waters poured through hollows of the hills to feed this wealth of lakes and rivulets. So nature shed all beauty lavishly from her redundant horn, lords of this realm. Bounded by dawn and sunset and the day, rounded by hours, we each outdid the last. A miracle of pomp we must be proud, as if associates of the Sylvan gods. We seemed the dwellers of the zodiac, so pure the alpine element we breathed, so light, so lofty pictures came and went. We Trojan ear contemned the distant town, its timorous ways, big trifles, and we planned that we should build hard by a spacious lodge, and how we should come hither with our sons hereafter, willing they, and more adroit. Heart fear and our heart fear, heart bed, and comic misery. The midge, the blue fly, and the mosquito painted our necks, hands, ankles with red bands. But on the second day we heed them not. Nay, we slew them auxiliaries, whom earlier we had child with spiteful names, for who defends our leafy tabernacle from bold intrusion to the travelling crowd, who but the midge, mosquito, and the fly, which past endurance sting the tender kit. But when we learn to scatter with a smudge, or baffle by veil, or slight by scorn, our foaming ale we drank from hunters' pans. Ale and a soup of wine our steward gave, venison, trout, potatoes, beans, wheat bread, all ate like abots, and if any miss, their wonted covenants cheerly hid the loss, with hunters' appetite and peals of mirth, and Stillman our guide and camaraderie. Crusoe, Crusader, Pius, and Innes, and said aloud, chronic dyspepsia never came from eating food indigestible. Then murmured some. Others applauded him who spoke the truth. No doubt but visitings of graver thought checked in these souls the turbulent heyday, meant all the hints and glories of the home, for who can tell when what sudden privacies were sought and found amid the hue and cry of scholars full loud from their tasks let, and into their oured fended paradise, all as chapels in the city's thoroughfares, whither gaunt labor slips to whip his brow and mediate a moment on heaven's rest. Judge with what sweet surprises nature spoke, to each apart lifting her loyally shows. To spiritual lessons pointed home, and as to dreams in watches of the night, so through all creatures in their form and way some mystic hint accosts the vigilant, not clearly voiced, but waging a new sense, inviting to new knowledge one with old. Hark to that petulant chirp, what ails the warbler? Mark his capricious ways to draw the eye. No, now soar again. What wilt thou, restless bird, seeking in that chase a bluer light, thrusting, thrusting in that pure for a purer sky, and presently the sky is changed. O world, what pictures and what harmonies are thine! The clouds are rich and dark, the air serene, so like the soul of me. What if it were me? A melancholy better than all mirth comes the sweet sadness at the retrospect, or at the foresight of obscure years. Like yon slow sailing cloudy promontory, where on the purple Eris dwells in beauty superior to all its gaudy skirts, and they no day of life may lack romance. The spiritual stars rise nightly and shutting down a private steam into each several heart. Daily the bending skies solicit man. The seasons chariot him from this exile. The rainbow hours bedeck his glowing chair. The storm winds urge the heavy weeks along, sun hastes to set, that so remoter light beckon the wanderer to his vaster home, with a vermilion pencil mark the day when of our little fleet, 3 cruising skiffs entering Big Tupper, bound for the foaming falls of Loud Bog River, suddenly confront 2 of our mates returning with swift oars. One held a printed journal waving high. Caught from a late arriving traveller, big with great news, and shouted the report for which the world had waited. Now, firm fact of the wire cable lay beneath the sea and landed on our coast and pulsating. With ductile fire, loud exulting cries from boat to boat, and to the echoes round greet the glad miracles. Thought's new-found path shall supplement henceforth all trodden ways, match God's equator with a zone of art, and lift man's public action to a height worthy the enormous cloud of witness when linked hemispheres attest his deeds. We have few moments in the longest life of such delight and wonder as they grew, not yet unsuited to that solitude, a burst of joy as if we told the fact to ears intelligent as if grey rock and cedar grove and cliff and lake should know. This feat of witness triumph of mankind, as if we men were talking in vain of Sympathy to larger hours was theirs, and a prime and of the most subtle element. We freely reached We've we're freely reached at last, wake echoing caves, bent near a faint day moon, yon thunder tops. Let them hear well. It is theirs as much as ours. A spasm throbbing through the pedestals of Alps and these isles and continent, urging astonished chaos with a thrill to be a brain or serve the brain of man. The lightning has run mastless too long. He must to school and learn his verb and noun and teach his nimbleness to earn his wage, spelling with guided tongue man's messages. Shot through the weltering pit of the salt sea, and yet I mocked, even in a manly joy. We're going to end here. We are currently on PDF page 790, and in the actual book, we are on page 803, I think that is. Thank you for joining me as I read this amazing book, as I read through this amazing book. Please feel free to share your comments, your thoughts, your insights. And my apologies once again for what happened in the last video. We dropped the middle. I apologize for it. I'm sorry. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join me as I read this amazing book. Essays written by Waldo Emerson. We're almost done. We have just over 100 pages left. Thank you for joining me. Please feel free to share a comment. Please feel free to like or dislike this video, and please feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. It's much appreciated. Have a beautiful day ahead. You're beautiful. Keep on showing and penetrating your life throughout the world. You're much loved. Take care. Thank you for your time.